Right now, there's a look, but a lot of investors still remain very concerned this morning, especially after a false report over a 90-day tariff pause that spurred a momentary rally yesterday. President Trump later saying, quote, "We're not looking at that."
In the meantime, top business leaders are weighing in now against the trade war. In a new CNBC survey, nearly 70% of CEOs say they now expect a recession. The message from the White House remains these are short-term losses and there will be long-term gains, and have stressed that more than 50 countries have reached out to negotiate now.
But once again, this morning we've got it all covered for you, including some new details on how all of this directly impacts your bottom line. Let's start with NBC's senior business correspondent, Christine Romans. Christine, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. After so much turmoil, the markets stabilized slightly on Monday, and all three indexes, they're now rising to start trading. You showed it there, the Dow up almost 1,400 points right now, a rebound, but still, several top Wall Street leaders, they are warning of a potential recession and price hikes.
After another chaotic day on Wall Street, America's CEOs are sounding the alarm, warning that the U.S. economy could soon take a big hit after President Trump's sweeping tariff announcement sent markets spinning.
The economy is weakening as we speak. Most CEOs I talk to would say we are probably in a recession right now.
A new CNBC survey showing those concerns are widespread, with 69% of CEOs expecting a recession and 82% expecting resurgent inflation. The Dow swinging 2,600 points Monday, the most ever in a single day, closing down more than 300. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon telling shareholders the situation is one large additional straw on the camel's back. Pershing Square CEO Bill Ackman, a Trump supporter, warning we're heading for a self-induced economic nuclear winter. And Virgin's Richard Branson tweeting yesterday, this is the moment to own up to a colossal mistake and change course. Otherwise, America will face ruin for years to come. But despite those fears, President Trump not backing down.
We're going to get fair deals and good deals with every country, and if we don't, we're going to have nothing to do with them.
Some consumers already rethinking the way they buy.
I take a lot of hand-me-downs, and we also go to the dollar store.
One retail group estimating sneakers made in places like Vietnam could soon cost Americans an additional $50 to $75 more per pair. And now Nintendo announcing a delay of its highly anticipated gaming system.
I'm not spending $600 on a Nintendo Switch 2.
The National Association of Wine Retailers also bracing for fallout, with wines from Europe set to be taxed at 20%.
Now, one major player not looking to play games this morning, China, warning just hours ago it will fight to the end. That's the quote, fight to the end, if Trump continues to make threats like an additional 50% tariff on Chinese goods. That would mean there would be a 104% tax on Chinese imports if they all go into effect. And this morning, guys, we had the Treasury Secretary saying that China does not have much to negotiate with here, that China has a pair in its hand. It's a card reference, I think, meaning that it doesn't have a very good hand to play. But this is exactly what trade wars look like, escalating trade wars. Still, there is optimism on Wall Street this morning that potentially maybe there could be deals on some of these tariffs that go into effect at midnight tonight. Japan sending a delegation to work directly with the Treasury Secretary. The Treasury Secretary is saying some 70 nations are reaching out to the White House to discuss what they can do to try to mitigate their impact. And South Korea now, according to the president, posting this morning that South Korea is talking and he hopes to do one-stop shopping, a lot of different difficulties with that country in terms of trade and paying for defense. The president saying he hopes to do a deal with South Korea as well. So that's why you have some of the optimism, guys, on Wall Street this morning. Back to you.
All right, keep watching it. Thank you. The financial impact of these tariffs, just one part of the story. Of course, the president